last Mr. Olympia I competed in and won was 1997. So, how long ago? 18 years ago, right?
Your maths is better than mine.
18 years ago, and luckily enough, you know, my popularity is still very high. I'm still getting magazine covers. Just on the newest British Flex magazine, there's cover and articles, and so the interest in Dorian Yates and DY is still as high as it ever was, perhaps even higher, it seems.
It seems when I've been to shows in Vegas, Ohio, that you're mobbed more than even the current Mr. Olympia at that point.
Yeah, I think people really see the 1990s bodybuilding as the golden era, you know, when the level of competition was probably at its highest as regards as the standard and the depth of the standard and so on. So, and perhaps, you know, this was before the days of the internet.
Yeah.
People see it as more hardcore, more genuine, perhaps. So, great. Thanks for the support, everybody.
What drove you, Dorian, initially to become the best young bodybuilder on the planet so many times?
Well, it's a progressive thing, you know. What drove me to be a bodybuilder? Could be a long or short story, but let's make it short. It's something that I really enjoyed, something that really clicked with me, and it may sound strange, but it almost seems like I knew I had to do it. It was almost like predestined, and I never wanted to be the same as everybody else. It was something I had in me very early on. I wanted to be different. I wanted to achieve something in life, and I wanted to change my life from the future that perhaps was mapped out in front of me. I didn't really have much of a family or family support. I didn't have education. I didn't have many opportunities, and here's something that I found that I loved and I was becoming good at, and I saw it as a way to change my life, and it really did, you know. I mean, I've travelled around the world so many times, been to pretty much everywhere I've wanted to be and dreamed that I could be, and you know, I made a great living and everything like that. That was great, but I think more than that, it's the experiences that you keep with you and take with you. So it's been amazing. Yeah, it's been an amazing journey. I was a person with not many opportunities. People around me were either stuck in a dead-end job, unemployed, or involved in some form of criminality to try and get them out of that situation. And fortunately I had something I could work with, and very good advice that I used to hear was, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, I had one egg on one basket, so I absolutely gave it everything that I had to try and change my life and be something different.
Dorian, I know you've known Tropicana Health and Fitness and Tropicana Wholesale, who distribute your brand. We're celebrating our 35th anniversary this year, and I know you were very close with our founder, who passed away sadly some years ago.
Yes.
Dave McInerney.
Dave McInerney, let me tell you about Dave McInerney. He's one of the people that I remember. There's a few people along my journey that helped me and supported me. And you know, I was a young, enthusiastic bodybuilder. You were working at Tropicana at the time. We both had long 1980s hairstyles, I remember that. You were there. And I used to pop in, you know, like, and buy some supplements as I was coming up. And then I won the British Championship. And you know, sometimes people look at me and say, oh yeah, it's all right for you, you know, you got... I had nothing, yeah. I lived in a one-bedroom council flat on Castle Vale. I didn't even have carpet on the floor. Yeah, I didn't have a car, I had a mattress and not a proper bed. And that's all I had, and I was working. Every penny I had was towards the training, supplements. My form of transport was the bus, you know, West Midlands Transport Executive, thank you.
Thank you.
I did cheat your bus pass a few times, sorry about that. Anyway, I got to be British champion, even a British champion, you know, British champion, I got my trophy. Hey, I'm British champion, I'm on the cover of British bodybuilding magazines, but financially my circumstances hadn't changed. Luckily another guy came along who's called Mike Haig. He backed me with opening the gym, Temple Gym, so that I had my own gym and a source of income. And the other guy, of course, was Dave McInerney, lovely guy. He said to me after I won the British Championship, "Look, Dorian, I know that you want to turn professional, and I want to offer you some sponsorship, you know." And back then I got off Dave, he gave me a contract for £10,000 a year. I don't know what that's worth in today's money, but anyway, it's enough money for me to be able to like really concentrate on my training. I didn't have to work on the door anymore, in the clubs and the wine bars and stuff like that. So I could just train and concentrate on running my gym. And Dave said to me, "Dorian, I'm very confident that when you go to America," and you know, one of the few people that said that, because you know, it's something about the British mentality. People don't really like to see you being a success somehow. A lot of people said, "Well, yeah, you're good, but when you go to America, you're not going to do well because you don't know the right people. You have no publicity in the magazines. The judges don't know who you are, so you're not going to do well." Fortunately, I'm a strong-minded person, and I just didn't listen to that. I thought, if I'm good enough, I'm good enough. But Dave was one of the people that said, "Look, I'm very confident when you go to America, you're going to be a big hit, you're going to be successful, and you're going to get an offer off another company that's going to be bigger than this. So I'm not going to tie you to this contract. I'm going to pay you this money, and when somebody else comes along and they offer you a better offer, you just take it, mate." So that was amazing, and that's something I've never forgotten. So thanks to Dave McInerney and Tropicana for giving me a head start in my pro career.